Dear students, now we are going to discuss a concept of dominance, explanation of concept of dominance. What is a dominance? Why do certain number of alleles are called as dominant alleles and rest are called as recessive alleles? And we should know what is the function of a gene. Okay, right? So what about a concept of dominance? Okay, so what is a dominance? According to Mendel, a trait which is expressed in both homozygous condition and heterozygous condition is said to be a dominant trait, or a trait generally, which is expressed in maximum number of individuals is said to be a dominant character. Now, according to our textbook, what about explanation for concept of dominance? So before looking into the concept of dominance, we should know what about the function of a gene. What a gene does. What is the role of a gene? So for example, this is a take gene expression. According to molecular basis of inheritance, gene expression. On DNA, a number of genes are present. Take one gene to understand what a gene does, or a gene is able to do what type of function. So here certain number of genes are present. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a double stranded DNA molecule, genetic material. So gene expression means transcription and the synthesis of because of transcription, RNA molecules are produced. tRNA, ribosomal RNA, mRNA. So RNA molecules. Translation. And here product is a protein. And that protein is an enzyme. This enzyme is able to convert or able to cause transformation of a particular substrate, whatever the type of substrate. Substrate or reactant transformed into product. This is a product of a gene. The end product of that gene. This product is able to regulate a phenotypic trait. So this is a genotype and this one is phenotype. So expression of a phenotypic trait, manifestation of a phenotypic character depends on gene expression. If gene is expressed, the end product is produced. So gene is having some information to synthesize a product that is able to decide a phenotypic trait. So here the role of gene, what is the role of gene? Able to decide a phenotypic trait in general. So gene is concerned with a particular gene, whatever the type of gene is concerned with a particular character, one character. For example, here I'm taking one phenotypic trait, a character. One character, usually, of course, some genes are there, they are able to regulate more than one kind of phenotypic character. But in general, a gene is able to determine, able to decide a particular phenotypic trait. Okay, so here the phenotype of that character means expression of that one depends on manifestation of that one, depends on expression of the gene. So now take one example. According to Mendel, here I'm taking capital T and small t. Take capital T and small t. Each gene is with two kinds of alleles. Organism is either in homozygous condition or heterozygous condition. That depends on type of the organism. It is monohybrid, having two type of alleles on the homologous region of homologous mother-father chromosomes. Okay, so according to this, what about the probability of these two alleles? Okay, so capital T, according to our textbook, capital T is a unmodified allele. Unmodified allele. And what about a small t? Small t is a modified allele. Just for our understanding only. This one is modified. Allele because of mutations. Because of mutations, some changes, whatever the type of the change. So divide those two kinds of alleles into unmodified allele, modified allele. So this unmodified allele is able to produce, always able to produce a functional enzyme. Okay, with the help of transcription, translation, capital T codes for formation of one enzyme, whatever the type of enzyme. So functional enzyme is produced. This enzyme is a functional enzyme. So from this one, always the enzyme produced is a functional enzyme. Functional enzyme means able to convert a substrate into product. So here, for example, some substrate, whatever the type of substrate or reactant converted into product. And that product is concerned with increasing the height of the plant. That enzyme converted substrate into product. So substrate is transformed or changed into product. That product is responsible for increasing the height of the stem. Okay, so according to that, this allele is a functional allele. This allele is a functional allele. that allele is a functional allele, working allele. So this one is a functional allele. Functional allele means expressing allele. Expressing. The allele is expressed. Means gene expression present. Expressing allele. This allele is expressing. Okay. And what about small t? Modified allele by means of mutations. So according to our textbook, what about the probability of small t? Here probabilities are very, very important. Without these probabilities, nobody is able to understand the content given in NCERT textbook. So according to our textbook, what about the probabilities of that modified allele? First probability, enzyme produced, gene expressed. So enzyme is produced and that enzyme is functional or less functional. Overall it is functional. Less functional or completely functional. And this enzyme is able to transform substrate into product produced. What about the probability of this one? Only one probability always that is able to produce a concerned enzyme. Product is always produced. So now the phenotype of concerned individual depends on this one and this one. So if the probability of this allele is a small t allele is a first probability, now small t is functionally equal to capital T. Now phenotype depends on both capital T and small t. So first probability of this one, first probability of this one. According to that, what about the function of that allele? So equally functional alleles, functionally equal alleles, functionally equivalent alleles. Okay, so functionally equivalent alleles are able to produce enzymes, concerned enzymes, and that enzyme is able to convert substrate into product. So now phenotype depends on both the alleles. If the probability of this allele is first probability, otherwise, now go for second probability and third probability. According to first probability, both the alleles are equivalent functionally. Most of the alleles are equally functional. This type of alleles are common according to your textbook, NCERT textbook. Okay, most of the genes are having functionally equal alleles. But what about alleles of this gene according to Mendel? That is very, very important. According to Mendel, the probability of small t is not a first probability. Okay, what is the probability of this allele according to Mendel? According to Mendel, the probability of this allele is second probability and third probability. What about the second probability? Enzyme produced, non-functional enzyme. enzyme is non-functional. Enzyme non-functional. In this case, enzyme produced. Here enzyme is less functional or completely functional and able to convert substrate into product. Here enzyme produced, but it is non-functional. So there is no conversion of a substrate into product. So no product. And not able to decide, not able to determine phenotype. So no phenotype for this one. Means not able to decide phenotype. Second probability. Third probability. No enzyme. Enzyme is not at all produced. No enzyme. There is no formation of enzyme. Enzyme is not produced. No transcription, no translation, no enzyme, for example. So there is no conversion of a substrate to product. No product. No product. Product is not formed. Okay, so product is not formed means no phenotypic expression. Okay, so according to Mendel, what about the probability of a recessive allele according to Mendel? Either second probability or third probability. So that's why only capital T is expressed in both heterozygous condition and homozygous condition. So capital T is expressed in both homozygous and heterozygous condition. What about small t? Not expressed in heterozygous condition, right? So if it is expressed, definitely it is functionally equivalent to capital T. So according to Mendel, what about the probability of modified allele? Modified allele is non-functional allele. So according to Mendel, it is non-functional allele. It is non-functional. Reason is either probability 2 or its probability is 1, 2, 3 probabilities. Out of 3 probabilities according to Mendel, what about the probability of modified allele? Either 2 or 3. So conclusion given at the end of a concept of dominance. What about the conclusion they made? Okay, so recessive trait is not expressed. Recessive trait not expressed in homozygous and in heterozygous condition particularly, or a dominant of homozygous condition also. There is no allele. You should take this one only. Here both the alleles are present, capital T, small t. But what about the phenotype of this one? According to our knowledge, tall only. Why not dwarf or not intermediate? As it is having 50% dominant and recessive allele, what about the phenotype according to alleles? It should be in between 5 centimeters and 2 centimeters or intermediate height. But there was no intermediate height. The phenotypic expression is according to unmodified allele only, not according to modified allele. Reason, probability is second one and third one. So recessive trait is not expressed here in this case. Otherwise, you can't understand. In heterozygous condition, even though the hybrid is with a modified allele, there is no phenotypic expression. There is no intermediate condition. Reason is recessive trait in this case is not expressed. Reason, production of a non-functional enzyme. Non-functional enzyme or no enzyme by small t. Just I'm rounding it small t. Okay, so now phenotype depends on unmodified allele, not the modified allele. Reason its probabilities are 2 and 3. But overall, how many probabilities are there for this one? 1, 2, 3. If it is a first probability, definitely small t, that is a modified allele, non-functional will become functional equal to modified, unmodified capital T, and able to decide, able to involve in the determination of phenotypic character. But such a thing was not happened according to Mendel. Reason, the probability of that one is a second one and third one. So that's a conclusion. What type of conclusion they made? Recessive trait is not expressed. In NCERT textbook, recessive trait is expressed, is due to or because of. It was given like that. Some editing is required. Recessive trait is not expressed or not seen, but in your textbook, seen is given, but leave it like that. So recessive trait is seen because of non-functional enzyme or no enzyme produced by small t. But actually, the correct statement should be recessive trait is not seen in heterozygous condition, even though that individual is with both capital T and small t. That is because of due to enzyme produced non-functional or no enzyme at all by small t. So according to Mendel, the phenotypic expression depends on capital T only, but not on this one. Reason its probability is a second probability and third probability, but not a first probability. Is it clear? Okay. So that is about a concept of dominance, right? Next. Now, dominance is not an autonomous character or feature. Feature of a gene. Dominance is not an autonomous feature of a gene. Take one example, that is pleiotropic gene. Gene in the case of that is capital B crossed with small b, already completed. That is a Pisum sativum with incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. So this is a last paragraph in that heading, that is incomplete dominance, capital B crossed with small b, small b. Okay, so what about dominance is not an autonomous feature of a gene. So phenotype of any individual, phenotypic character. So phenotypic character, phenotype, a particular phenotypic character, phenotype character, a particular phenotypic character depends on expression of particular phenotypic character depends on end product of a gene but not on gene. The end product is able to decide a phenotypic character, not on the gene. So here gene is having information, of course. Gene is having some information. Okay, so to synthesize some enzyme, gene is with the genetic information. To synthesize a catalytic protein, that is an enzyme. And what is the role of that enzyme? That enzyme is able to cause transformation of a substrate or reactant, transformation of substrate into a product, a product, that is a gene product. Okay, so dominance is not an autonomous feature of gene. It depends on information of that gene, and finally it depends on end product of that gene. Pleiotropic gene. In the case of pleiotropic gene, this is one gene only. Pleiotropic gene, that is a so-called capital B crossed with a small b, small b. These are the alleles of that gene. See, this gene is coding for two characters, character 1, character 2. Two characters or not? So now each character is with first one, size. Here character is size in the on the base of quantity of endosperm. Here I'm taking size or quantity of endosperm. This one, shape. Okay, so character 1, size, quantity on the base of size. Okay, large, small, or largest, smallest. Here round, wrinkled. And in the case of capital B, small b, intermediate size, and intermediate shape are incomplete. So here one gene is only one only, deciding how many characters? 2 characters. According to Mendel, one gene, one character, but here one gene, 2 characters. So against Mendel concepts are not. According to Mendel, one gene, one character, but here one gene, 2 characters. Okay. So a gene which is able to regulate more than one kind of phenotype is an example for dominance is not an autonomous feature of a gene. Okay, is it clear? Right. So that is about concept of dominance, and dominance is not an autonomous feature of a gene. Right.